Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Tech Today. Now, my channel's still a little too young to be getting viewer donations, but I do buy quite a bit of vintage tech for myself, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a video of me unboxing and talking about some of my self-donations over the course of the last month. So I've been recording everything that I've purchased off of eBay and Reddit and other websites, and I want to show it to you now. My first package here is pretty huge, actually. I had to rearrange my recording setup a little bit so that I could place it on the floor and you guys could see the whole thing as I opened it. And this is actually a pretty special piece of vintage computing history, at least in my mind. It's something I wanted to add to my collection for a really long time. And as you can see here, it was actually packaged really well, which is kind of hit or miss when you buy something online. This particular thing is off of eBay. But as you can see, there's a ton of paper on top of it, which does a little to cushion. It's not the best packing material, but it's better than nothing. And then there's actually some really, really thick foam, as you can see around the sides, and then wrapped around the bottom here. And even more foam, kind of just haphazardly thrown in, but way better packing material than peanuts or something. And as you can see here, it's a big case with an Apple logo on it. So let's open this up. Okay, I've got the box all cleared up and out of the way, and now it's just this large case here. And let me get it turned over. And of course, as you can probably tell just from looking at the little logo on top, this is actually a Macintosh Portable, and it's the very first truly portable computer that Apple made. And by truly portable, I mean it has a built-in screen and battery. You know, some people would argue the 2C was the first real portable. But this is the first all-in-one laptop equivalent computer. So let me get it opened up here. It had an actually really interesting opening mechanism I'll detail a little later. Now I ordered this off of eBay, and apparently it's not working, but it's in really clean condition. Now I am going to give this computer a test first, and to turn on the laptop you just press any button. And of course it's not going to turn on. Even if this is in working condition, it would need to be charged. I'm really hoping the issue is just this charging cable here. It's pretty common for these to fail and need to be recapped. So the first thing I'm going to do is test to see if this charging cable even works at all. And I'm going to do that using my handy voltmeter, and we'll hook it up and see if we can find the culprit. The charger is now plugged in, and let me turn my voltmeter on, and I'll set this in frame so you guys can see the output voltage of the charger. And I'm going to connect the leads here and see if we have any voltage at all. And just as I suspected, there's nothing at all coming out of this charger. So I think this might just be our issue. Now I'm not going to get to fixing the charger today, but I did hook up a replacement charger, and it seems to be doing something here. The screen's coming on, and actually I've got a mouse cursor. Look at that! I don't know if you guys could see that, but there's some flickering in and out, and definitely a mouse cursor here. Let me see if I can get it in closer. There's the cursor. Oh, and the screen cut out. Now this charger I'm using doesn't have enough amps to support the laptop, and I think that's probably the issue here, is it's just not getting all the power it needs, and so the computer is cutting out before it can fully boot up. But this is actually a really good sign for this Macintosh Portable, and you know, if it was just the computer or the charger being broken. So we'll definitely fix the charger in a future episode. Okay, this next package actually comes to me from Reddit, and this is one of the first pieces in a new collection I'm wanting to start. And let me just get this opened up and the packaging out of the way here, and you can see exactly what it is. It's an iPod, you probably can tell already. Once I get this bubble wrap off, you'll see specifically what makes it so special, at least to me. This is a 4th generation iPod, a little scratched up, but in pretty good shape overall. And on the back, you'll see the HP logo. This is actually a result of a partnership between Apple and HP. Let's try to power it up and see what happens here. Oh, we get the Apple logo. It's a good sign, seems to be functional. And of course the battery's dead. Let me go grab a charger and see if we can get this thing to work at all. Okay, I've got a charger. It's a little frayed, but it's only 30-pin charger I have anymore. So it'll be good enough to work at least. And you can see the Apple logo came right up when I plugged it in. and we should be able to actually get to the functionality of the iPod now. There's the backlight, and there it is, fully working. Oh, let me turn the lock off. And yeah, everything seems to work here. And while I look through this, let me just kind of explain what I want to do. I want to start a collection of kind of unique iPods, not just the generic ones, but the ones that were a result of like special partnerships, like the U2 edition one, and actually I have another one that I'll be opening a little later that I want to show you guys. But this is a great first piece in the collection, so let's move on to the next package. Alright, this next package is pretty huge too, and I bet you can tell where I got this one from. I've actually had some trouble getting one of these. I had an auction for a similar model that I had won and I had paid for it, and then the seller ended up canceling it and refunding my money without really ever offering an explanation of why. And these things are a little hard to find actually, so I was pretty frustrated about that, and it took me a while to get a new one. And this isn't exactly going to make sense within the context of my channel, at least at the moment, but this is actually part of a really big project that I'm currently working on, and you guys will see, if not in my next video, within my next couple videos. And of course, I mentioned packing peanuts, and of course now I'm going to get a box full of them. So let me try to get this out of here without making too much of a mess of my workspace, and also trying to keep all this in frame. I really should have opened this on the floor, but I thought I could get away with doing this on the counter, and now I've got really close quarters I'm trying to work in here. Looks like there's a bit of extra stuff thrown in the box. Let me get this out of the way and show you the star of the show here. This is a really old VCR, and let me show you the controls here. Let me get that in frame. There's not a lot here, pretty simple. It's got some fine-tuning knobs for the video, and the program timer, I'm not sure what that is, and then just basic play pause and channel select. But what's really special is this is a top-loading VCR. So this tray here opens up the top, and then you put the VHS tape in and you close it back down. And so let's see what else is in the box. The owner's manual, which is nice. I didn't actually expect to get that. And let's see, coax splitter and some coax cables. It's always nice to have some more of those, and another coax cable. And let's see, trying to fish around these peanuts. This is cool. This is the remote for the VCR. Of course, it's a wired remote with an extra long wire so you can run across the room and control your video playback. A very old-fashioned way of doing that. And what else is in the box here? Another coax cable. Alright, well I'm gonna have no trouble connecting this. So anyway, look in a future video for what I'm gonna do with this, and let's move on to the next box. Alright, I said next box and it actually ended up being an envelope. You'll have to excuse the little bit of a mess on my workbench. When I got this package, I was kind of in the middle of a couple projects, so I didn't have much room to record this. And this is actually like surprisingly thick for just a manila envelope. I had a hard time getting my knife through it even. And it turns out this is full of really soft packing paper. So actually pretty decent packaging for what this is. And this is actually the other iPod I was referencing earlier for my unique iPod collection here. And let me get this unwrapped. It's like a never-ending magician's handkerchief or something here. And geez, how many layers are there? There we go. And I'm actually surprised to see this has the original paper on it even. That's not what I expected at all, but I guess I'm gonna have to take it off, which is a little disappointing, but what's the point of having an iPod if you can't display it? So, as you can see, this is a gold iPod Shuffle, 2nd generation. And this iPod specifically was one of the last iPod Shuffle 2nd gens, at least, ever made. And it's a result of a partnership with, oh, I'm going to mess this up. It's a beauty product company, Sephora, maybe? They were sold as promotional items only. So it's pretty cool to have in my collection. Alright, and that's my self-donation video for the month of August. A lot of the things that you saw in this video, I'm going to be doing more in-depth videos on at some point in the future. As a matter of fact, most of the stuff I purchased I have specific videos in mind for, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And if this was a format you liked watching, let me know, and I'll be sure to make more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.